First at 11, health experts said it was only a matter of time until the Omicron variant showed up in Oregon. And tonight, OHA confirmed 3 cases with the variant, all in fully vaccinated adults. Alma McCarty's following the new developments for us from the newsroom. Alma?
On December 1st, Omicron was first detected in the United States. Nearly 2 weeks later, after laboratory testing at OHSU, the variant was detected in people living in Multnomah and Washington counties. Health experts do expect Omicron to spread quickly.
We approach the end of 2021, our second year of battling COVID-19. Many of us were looking forward to ringing in 2022 with COVID-19 in the rearview mirror. Sadly, that is not the case.
Omicron variant COVID-19 now in Oregon, the newest addition to the list of states with confirmed cases. The samples tested and confirmed positive for the variant were from a Multnomah County resident in their 20s, a Washington County resident in their 20s, and another Washington County resident in their 30s. All 3 were fully vaccinated against the virus. According to OHA, 2 of the 3 had traveled internationally prior to the onset of symptoms. OHA hasn't revealed yet how serious the cases are or whether they had gotten the booster shot.
We recognize this news is frightening to many people. However, if history is our guide, we do know that even if a vaccine doesn't target a specific variant, the strong immune response you get from being fully vaccinated can still be highly protective against severe disease from all COVID variants.
Dr. Dean Seidlinger, health officer and state epidemiologist for Oregon, said his team is working to figure out 3 things about Omicron. Is it more transmissible? Does it cause more severe disease? And are the current vaccines and treatments still effective? Early studies show Omicron appears to be more contagious than even the Delta variant, but it is not causing more severe disease.
We've only been dealing with Omicron across the world over the last few weeks, and we still need more information to tell you definitively if Omicron causes more severe disease or not.
Dr. Seidlinger says boosters are proving effective in protecting people from severe disease and hospitalization. Once eligible, experts say getting your COVID booster is the best defense.
While we may not have been able to prevent the Omicron variant from reaching the state, by taking these steps, we can control how rapidly and widely it spreads in our communities.
Some promising news here. According to the CDC, so far there have been no deaths and only a single hospitalization linked to the Omicron variant.
Thank you, Alma. Let's turn to weather now. For the first time this season, we're talking about snow in the valley. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino. Matt, I hear we're already seeing some snow in the area tonight.
It is that time of the year. Let's take you to one of the ODOT cameras out in Washington County. Going on just a bit ago, you can see there is snow on the side of the road now. The snow has stopped falling, but it left a little bit there. You can see the freeway and the off-ramp has melted out. Black pavement, cars zooming on by, but you can see a little bit of snow kicking up as those cars do go by. So yes, we had a brief snow shower there. Let me show you a Doppler radar, and you can see that patch of snow right here over Washington County here by Hillsborough, and then really just hitting the West Hills right now. As you can see that little patch of white there too. So don't be surprised if you live in the West Hills or elsewhere around town that you get a little blast of snow. These showers are what we call convective, and that's what you get when you get like thunderstorms developing. We're not going to get thunderstorms, but what they can do is they can lower the snow level and drop the temperature really quickly. When you get a good heavy snowfall coming down, that's partly what happened tonight. In fact, check this out. 33 degrees in Hillsborough, yeah? But Portland's 40 and Trout Hill is 41. We picked up a little bit of a south wind, so we've warmed up. That's a big 7 degrees from 33 to 40 when you're talking about snow. So yes, a couple of snow showers out there tonight. Not expecting any big accumulations, nothing more than what we showed you from that camera out at Highway 26 and Helvetia Road. Now, the big question is what about Wednesday morning, because that has a slightly better chance of bringing some snow. We'll dig into that a little more deeply in a bit, but for tonight, snow showers ending, really not expecting any more accumulations. As we go into Wednesday morning, maybe an inch above 500 feet, sticking in the foothills and the hills above that elevation, but really nothing for the valley floor, a rain-snow mix, maybe a quick half an inch that melts really quickly. But it's close, and I'll show you why it's close and what could change in a bit. Laurel, back to you.
Okay, you got our attention. We want to hear more. Thank you, Matt. Late tonight, Oregon lawmakers wrapped up a special session. Their main goal, passing additional safety nets for people struggling to pay rent. Maggie Vespa and our team on the story have been following the issue closely. Let's take a look.
Oregon Governor Kate Brown called this special session because the state has run out of federal rent assistance, and thousands of renters have been waiting on the state to literally send them a check for months, which is putting them at risk of being evicted while they wait. So lawmakers Monday voted to give renters a longer safe harbor, way longer. Basically, if renters apply for assistance before the end of this coming June 2022, they'll be protected from eviction until October 1st. Also approved $215 million in state funds for rent relief, and that includes $100 million for a landlord compensation fund. Here's some of what we heard today.
We need new money for the system, and otherwise we will leave thousands of landlords and thousands of renters without protection and without being made whole. And I think it is a true emergency. I don't think it can wait till February.
This is a fix to get landlords paid who have been out of revenue for a long time. This doesn't going to fix the problem completely, but it's going to help them a lot. It moves it forward, and it gives a chance for those who now can go back to work to be caught off and start afresh.
Now, we do want to be clear, these items didn't sail through without pushback. In fact, several conservative lawmakers raised their own concerns.
What are you doing to make sure that able-bodied individuals that are capable of working when businesses are crying for labor are not taking advantage of this plan? And two, there's no means test in this bill. So what are you doing for a means test to make sure that someone that could very well afford to pay the rent is not making off with money from the state?
State officials told us data shows most people applying for rent assistance are working, and they're trying to pay back rent. Rent assistance was not the only bill passed on Monday. You can watch our full report on the special session on the KGW YouTube channel.
In a developing story, workers at Fred Meyer and QFC have voted to authorize a strike. But for now, contract negotiations continue. It was business as usual at local stores across the area today. The vote from members of United Food and Commercial Workers Local 555 does not mean a strike is a sure thing. It just means they're ready to strike if negotiations fall apart. The union is citing unfair labor practices. In a statement, the union secretary said the pandemic has highlighted both the importance of grocery workers to our communities, as well as the struggles they endure to make ends meet, all while producing record profits for Fred Meyer and QFC. Essential employees deserve the same care and respect now that they have shown our neighbors over the last 2 years.
We insist that our company is and continues to follow every labor law and legal requirement, and will continue to do so.
Jeffrey Temple with Fred Meyer says the company's goal is to get a fair and balanced outcome when it comes to wages and health care benefits. We're told both sides will negotiate at least through Thursday. Now let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines. Portland City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty is suing the city's police union, along with its former president and a Portland officer. She's accusing them of falsely linking her to a hit and run earlier this year. The woman whose car was hit told police Hardesty was responsible, but Hardesty was not involved. An officer put out information to the media before an investigation cleared her, which happened within a day. The lawsuit seeks $5 million in damages. The Salem-Keizer School District is working with the FBI to deal with recent threats. The district has received about 6 in the last week. They all turned out to be hoaxes. They're not giving any specifics about the type of threats, but they are trying to educate people about how damaging they can be. The district has a post on social media talking about the seriousness of the threats and the disruption to learning for hundreds of students. They also have a threat assessment team to help look into them. The medical examiner has now identified the man killed in an avalanche in Washington this weekend. He's 66-year-old Robert Weisel from Issaquah. He was in a backcountry ski area on Crystal Mountain in Pierce County Saturday when the avalanche happened. 3 others were buried and had to dig themselves out of the snow. This is the first avalanche death in the U.S. this season.